your own condition for a minute. Are you powerful or are there weaknesses? Ingredients of Rajyoga meditation. Method. One of the main ingredients of Rajyoga meditation is a clear method, such as this step by step course. Practice. The second ingredient is practice. Practice is something we ought to do daily. It's like that with almost everything. If you want to learn how to play the piano, the first you must practice scales regularly. It is very important. If you don't practice consistently, at one point it feels as though you have to start all over again. Hmm. It's the same with meditation. Through consistent practice, you will experience yourself to be improving. Changes will start to happen in your life. Meditation will become much more than just sitting down every now and then for a bit of peace. It will become part of your whole life, a way of living. Attention. It is better to meditate regularly than only once a week for a couple of hours. Regular and consistent meditation keeps you alert. You will find that you won't have to work so hard to get rid of all the cobwebs in your mind. That is, the wasteful impressions you have to clear away before the actual meditation can begin. Regular moments of introspection during the day sustain the experience you had during your morning meditation. If, however, regular moments of introspection during the day sustain the experience you had during your morning meditation. If, however, you plunge headfirst into your daily activities without regular pauses to reaffirm who you are, you lose yourself in activities. Attention is needed. In the last lesson, we will go into more detail on how to keep balance during your daily activities. Experimentation. To experiment with everything you learn is very important. In this way, the theory becomes practical and life becomes a joy that is worth living. See your mind as a laboratory in which you can experiment with new thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Experimenting is an individual, incognito process. Allow yourself the time to understand and practice these ideas. Step 1, Soul Consciousness. I am a soul. The very first step in meditation is to become soul conscious. This has been introduced already in the introduction course. The question is, however, have you really experienced yourself to be a soul, or have you been able to sustain this experience? Visualization helps to create and sustain this consciousness. Visualization means creating an image of something in your mind. Let's experiment with visualizing ourselves as a point of spiritual light in the center of the forehead. Silence and commentary. I turn my attention within. I disconnect from the things around me, from sounds, the things I see, the people around me. I focus all my attention on myself. I see myself as a point of spiritual light in the center of the forehead. I visualize this point as a star, a sparkling star, clear and pure, very powerful. I, the soul, am eternal and imperishable. I am the spark of living energy, giving life to the body. I sparkle like a star in the center of the forehead. All my attention is focused on this one point, on the one whom I really am. I am light, a point of living light. Visualizing ourselves to be a point of light is very important because for so long we have thought of ourselves in terms of bodies. Through visualization, you create a new and pure image of your true identity. The more you remind yourself that you are a soul, the more the original memories, experiences, and feelings will emerge. It is like an inward journey, a journey of recognition through which you return to your own essence. What is the soul? Mind, intellect, sanskars. What exactly is a soul? The soul is the point of spiritual light and consists of three subtle organs. In the same way that the body has organs, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, etc., so that the soul has subtle organs. These organs are non physical and have different functions. First of all, there is the mind. In the mind, all our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences become manifest. So, look inside for a minute. What do you see? Minutes of silence. Mind. Things you are becoming aware of are inside the mind. The mind is like a screen on which all sort of thoughts, images, feelings, experiences, etc. are constantly being projected. The mind's function is to think. It even goes on at night, dreams. When the mind works automatically without a particular direction or aim, you could say that there is an autopilot. The mind is then working according to the pattern of accumulated habits, in which case we are not using the intellect. The intellect is the organ within the soul that can distinguish between the different thoughts in the mind. The intellect judges the thoughts and decides along which line and mind should think. So the intellect allows us to determine the type of thoughts and feelings that we want. That is why Rajyoga meditation puts great importance on the intellect. The intellect steers the thoughts. It gives a certain direction to the mind. If, for instance, the intellect gives the mind the order to think about peace, the mind will start pondering on thoughts and experiences of peace that emerges from the sanskars. Sanskars. The sanskars are like a gigantic archive in which all our past experiences are recorded, as well as the eternal recording of our original qualities such as peace. The more focused the intellect is, the longer the mind is able to think about the quality of peace and the deeper the experience or peace will be. During meditation, mind and intellect cooperate. The intellect consciously focuses on the most original sanskars, thereby emerging our pure identity of peace, love, power, wisdom, and happiness. The foundation of meditation is a stable state of soul consciousness. To create this stage, you can use the simple basic exercise. The exercise consists of four questions you ask yourselves and give an answer to. Basic exercise to become soul conscious. Who am I? What is my form? What are my original qualities? Where do I come from? These qualities are important because they all have to do with the soul, the real I. Answering these questions focuses one to think deeply about the soul. The success of this exercise depends on how long you are able to think about these questions without being distracted by the things around you or by other thoughts within your mind. So, apart from these questions, being a simple method to help you to become soul conscious, they are also a training for the mind. Even if you don't have an experience right away, just keep on practicing. See it as a kind of gymnastics for the soul, in the same way you would train your body to get into shape after a few years of inactivity. At first, it might be tough. You may get a few muscle cramps, but after a while, you get back into shape again. It is the same with an undisciplined intellect. A golden rule to completing these four questions is that if you have a waste thought in between these questions, you have to go back to question number one. In this way, you learn to build up a concentrated soul conscious stage step by step. Try to answer the questions with understanding. Try as much as possible to really experience your answers. Visualize, experiment, experience. Don't go to the next question until you feel you have really completed the preceding question. Thank you.